Hey Aquarius, good to see you guys today. I am Emily Gear, a multi-dimensional channel and transformative energy healer, and I'm here with your reading for the week. Just so you know, if you do not resonate with this reading for your sun sign, then do check out your moon, rising, or sometimes your Venus sign. Just to get a more complete picture of what's going on. And sometimes it just won't resonate. I just can't possibly read for every single Aquarian out there. So check back next week if it doesn't. After this reading, this is going to be a general reading, and there will be a link in the info box below to lead you to the extended reading, which will dive into relationships for this week, as well as provide an energy healing for you specific to whatever needs come out in this reading. Okay? So I very much appreciate you guys. Please hit like on this video. Shares and comments are also appreciated. And please do subscribe to my channel. I very much appreciate that as well. If you find that you would like to schedule a private session with me, you can do that on my website, which is IamEmilyGear.com. And at the bottom of the home page, you'll find a space where you can schedule. Okay? All right, so I will stop talking now, and we will get to the cards for you for this week. So what do we have coming up for Aquarius in the week ahead, please? Aquarius for the week coming up. Just get some more information, please. Okay. I'm going to go for one more card, please, to clarify this a bit. One more card, please. One more card for Aquarius to clarify this, please. Okay. They gave me a whole pile. Now I'm sorry I asked. Anyway, that'll be our next message here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Princess of Wands with the Seven of Cups. Okay? So what I'm feeling here is actually there might be a new opportunity for a new project coming in. I feel like it's like a creative project or something that sparks your passion, whatever it is. It feels creative. It does not feel intellectual. It doesn't feel strictly like hands-on work, but it feels creative. So it could be in the artistic realm. It could be, I don't know, mostly artistic, or building something, or maybe even building a group, you know what I mean? Like building as in hands-on versus building something like I don't know, an organization, okay? So whatever it is, it's somewhat creative. It is an opportunity for you, and I think there's going to be a little bit of confusion and maybe a little bit of anxiety about whether you should go for it or not. I am feeling like this is a good opportunity. Without looking at this next pile of cards, I haven't really seen anything but the top card yet. I do feel like there's it's like an open door. And it could be because we have the eclipse coming up in just a few days, you know, that some kind of door in your creative life is opening up in a really interesting and exciting way. I do feel a lot of excitement here. This does not feel like a relationship. Like I said, it feels like a creative project. So keep that in mind, but it could absolutely apply to anything, whatever makes sense to you. I'm kind of focusing on the cup with the victory laurels in it. And so that makes me feel like it might be something that helps to advance your career or advance your creative process, creative learning, that kind of thing. Maybe get your name out there more. So I feel like there's an opportunity coming up that it's likely that you're going to want to jump on, okay? It may be that you feel like, with this being the princess, that you feel like you might not be qualified or good enough or maybe like ready for it. And I'm feeling, and that might be part of the anxiety that's coming out here, I feel like you are. I feel like you are more ready than you realize. And that it's, you know, you simply trying to keep yourself safe that's making you worry that you're not ready. Okay, so give yourself more credit than you have been. Speaking of the victory laurels, we've got the Ace of Cups with the World card, right? Again, focusing on those victory laurels. And that is also paired here with the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords, okay? This really makes a ton of sense given what I just said, because I feel like, you know, here's this new opportunity for like something to come full circle for you, almost to up level in a way, okay? Sometimes the world to me feels like an up leveling because you complete this cycle of maybe lower learning and then you move into this cycle of higher learning, right? It's like a graduation or something. And it's a new beginning. It gives you some kind of emotional, I just heard, gives you a layer of emotional depth. So something about this is really personal. And at the same time, it's creative. So think about what that might mean for you and what you think it is. For a few of you, this is going to come through work because you work in a creative field. For others, it might come through, you know, an artistic practice. It might come through community groups. I'm hearing that too. Some of you are forming groups in order to enhance or better your environment, your community. I'm hearing something about family interactions or family recreation or something, planning even. I don't even know. It's something community related that you're doing, and it's just this new opportunity that's coming up, and it's going to be a new level for you. Definitely an up leveling. Even if you feel like you're not qualified, that's the word that keeps coming back to me, not qualified. And I feel like that's the fear here that you're fighting, that you're not qualified. Because here you are with the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords. And I feel like this Five of Swords is this mental like friction within you that's worried that you're going to fail. This is that fear of failing so much that you sabotage yourself based upon this anxiety and this fear of failure. Okay. I do get that this fear is unfounded. It doesn't mean that there won't be challenges, that you won't have to learn new stuff, but this fear is unfounded. Both of these cards are like illusory to me. Like I just see the image of a sheet on a clothesline blowing in the wind. It's illusory. It's not real. It's not solid. It's not a solid fear. What else can we get here? Yeah, the Seven of Swords coming up. This is that self-sabotage. It's just you're stealing from yourself is the way they're putting it to me. You're taking opportunities away from yourself because of your fear. And so you need to shed a little light on that and say, okay, why do I feel this way? You know, maybe I'm feeling like this because I failed once in third grade and everybody made fun of me. Or maybe I feel like this because my parents were always really, really demanding of me and I never feel like I'm good enough. Whatever it might be different. Just ask yourself why that's coming up. And is it real? Is it real? That's such a simple question. Is this real? 9 times out of 10, it's not real. It's this illusory fear that hides within our psyche, and it's called the ego. And it's trying to protect us. It really is trying to do its job, but what it's doing is sabotaging our ability to live victoriously in our mission, and our ability to help other people, help ourselves to grow, and to experience life at its fullest potential. Okay, let's see what else is coming out for Aquarius this week, please. Just checking the time. What else for Aquarius this week? Okay. Let's see what else wants to come. All right. They're being super like literal and easy to deal with today, the cards. Okay. Four of Cups showing up here, followed by the Nine of Cups. And before the 9 popped, I was going to just start talking about the 4 in the sense that, like, I think that this new opportunity is really necessary, and it's coming at a very important time in your life, because I think that you're coming to like the end of being, you are just bored. You are just done with, and like just, you're just finished. You know the path is done with whatever it was you were doing before, you know, and it doesn't mean you're completely changing everything, but it might mean that you really need to take on something new, you need to learn something new, you essentially need to start a new cycle, because this one is like beaten to death. I feel like there's an incredible amount of dissatisfaction is the key word for this feeling. An incredible amount of dissatisfaction about where you are and what you're doing. Might not be every aspect. Maybe you like what you're doing, but you don't like the project. Or maybe you love the project, but you want to be doing something else. Something about this is just completely unsatisfactory. And the other thing is you're fully aware that there's something better there for you, but you've been sitting and just not putting the energy into making that jump, into making that move. You've been complacent with your current circumstances. It may be, the 3 of Cups are down here, and actually I'm getting this feeling, because the 3 of Cups can be about community and celebration. It could be that you've been complacent because in some way you feel safe in your environment, you feel safe in your community that you're in, and therefore you don't want to change it. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to upset the apple cart, so to speak. But there's this other thing up here, this higher purpose, this higher knowledge, wisdom, this higher something that that you're not only meant for. I struggle with using the words meant for, because that sounds very fatalistic, and I'm not really all about that. Even though I do think we have a path and a purpose. So that was a tangent, sorry. There's more that you are capable of. Let's put it that way. I feel more comfortable with that. There's more that you're capable of, and a more fulfilling path that you can take, okay? I do think you're aware of it, even though you're not looking at it here. I think you know it's there, and it's just like, it's a little bit of an annoyance, okay? It's more of a nag right now. But this opportunity is coming up, and with the Ace of Cups and the victory laurels here on the world, I just think this is like a gift. And speaking of which, the 9 of Cups popped after that, and I do feel like whatever opportunity is presented it's presented to you, and it holds some aspect of wish fulfillment. It might not be everything you ever wanted, right? That's the 10. This is the 9. This is an opportunity to step through the doorway to getting to that, okay? He looks really freaking proud of himself, right? So I feel like there's this aspect of needing to recognize your value on the team, or your value to the community, or whatever the situation is. It could even be your value within a relationship or the family. And accept this opportunity with open arms, knowing that, you are always worth this. And now it's your turn. Now it's your time. I'm hearing now it's your turn. So there may be this aspect of you've put yourself aside for everyone else. You've stayed with this for the community or for the group or for the team for a long time. Now it's time to really think about yourself and take this opportunity as it comes up. What also came out after that is the Devil. And what I'm hearing about this is I think there's this critical moment in this situation, checking the time again, I got to wrap this up. Critical moment in this situation where you are asked to and given the opportunity to to make a different choice, because you've been making choices based upon programming which is not valid, Okay, so you've been making choices to, I'm being called back to this card, to stick around and sacrifice yourself for the good of the group, right? But now it's your turn to shine. And this is going to be about making a different choice from your typical behaviors to break out of that cycle of always putting yourself last. It's time to allow yourself to really develop the skill that you have. It might even be a skill that's getting uncovered via this eclipse, okay? I am hearing that some skills are getting uncovered via this eclipse that's coming up on, it's July 2nd is actually the eclipse. So a few days before, a few days after, something might come in that's going to then point to that skill that you have that you might not believe you have, okay? So this is really turning out to be like occupational or creative, something like that. Although again, it could apply to any other situation. And the advice here is to make sure that you are thinking about this in terms of breaking those chains of your old thought patterns and habits, okay? This is actually a very important step for you. I don't know if it will feel as big as it is because it starts with the Princess of Wands. It might feel like a slightly smaller, like a small opportunity, when in fact it is a doorway to a larger opportunity, okay? So just keep that in mind. We're gonna actually, none of this really came out for relationships, so we're gonna go into relationships in the extended reading right now, and then we will do an energy healing at the end of that extended reading. So you can follow me over there by using the link below in the info box. And if I don't see you over there, then thank you so much for watching, and please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Bye.